I'm so inspired by the protests, the farmers' protests in India, because they show us that the power of the people is not just an empty slogan. It's not some pie in the sky dream. It is a living reality that when people come together, when they get organized, when they fight back, they can topple governments, they can move mountains, and they can shake the world. And I think we see Modi and the BJP and the RSS shaking right now. And their foreign corporate sponsors, the MNCs who are looking to make so much money off privatizing all the land, bringing in corporate agriculture, kicking the farmers off the land, they're worried too. They're very worried. What we see now is the attempts of the BJP to discredit the workers in every possible means, discredit the farmers in every possible means. They've said the farmers are, let's go through it. They've said they're anti-national. They've said they're agents of foreign governments. They've said they're even terrorists. They've thrown these out there to try to divide the people, to confuse people, and to whip up mass anger against them. But it's not working. What we see is that actually, if we look at the facts, if we look at what's really going on right now in India, we can see who's really anti-national, who's really working with foreign sponsors. It's the government. They're working to sell out the people, to sell out the land, to work to bring in multinational companies to buy up the land, like Monsanto, GMO seeds. They're working with the Gates Foundation to bring in the so-called Green Revolution 2.0 and drive the workers off their lands. And we know the real terror that's been brought against the people has been state terror, whether it be the Delhi pogrom, whether it be 1984, the genocide and attacks on the Sikhs, or whether it be the ongoing attacks on indigenous people, the lynchings against Dalits. And what do they do when people stand up? They throw them in prison, they lock them up, they call them all these different things, and they try to frame them, and they don't even let them get to trial. People wait years in jails, overcrowded jails full of COVID, while they await trial. I was so inspired to see the farmers take up the call for the release of political prisoners and the release of all these people who've been arrested under CAA and NRC. Now, I'm a member of the Saibaba Coalition. In Saibaba's own case, I won't go into it much, but he's a professor at Delhi University. He's locked in prison right now in the Anda cell, an egg-shaped cell in Maharashtra. These are the cells that the British Raj created to lock up the freedom fighters. And it's a sort of poetic injustice that he now is in that cell. And so many people are now, real freedom fighters, people fighting for the interests of the people, are being locked away by the BJP and being locked away before them by the Congress Party. But I have hope and I have faith in the people that they will come together, continue to come together and fight and overcome all oppressors. Power to the people.